So my issue with internet leads is really three things, because I think, a lot of these marketing companies, Zillow, Realtor.com, are screaming from the mountaintops that, hey, this is the best way to do it. This is the path of least resistance on how you can grow your real estate business. You don't have to prospect. You don't have to cold call. You don't have to work very hard. All you have to do is give us your credit card and your life is going to be amazing in real estate. Well, here's the reality of the internet lead kind of hustle, if you will. The first thing is we have to understand there are two types of internet leads out there. There are what I call property-specific leads, which are the Zillow, Realtor.com leads. And then the other type is more of a search type lead. This is your Facebook leads or your Google pay-per-click that you're getting through, Real Geeks or KV Core or any of those platforms. Now, the first issue that really I have with internet leads, or at least the psychology, because a lot of people that invest in internet leads, and believe me when I tell you, I've talked to most of them, it's either a supplement to or a replacement of having to go out there and prospect or communicate with your sphere of influence or build relationships with referral partners in your local market, like a divorce attorney or like a CPA. Instead of having to do what I would call the hard work in real estate, internet leads really seems as though you can be let off the hook from having to do the actual work of prospecting and building a business and just exchanging your credit card for success in the industry. So it's very appealing to a lot of real estate agents that they should go out there and buy internet leads because they're promising, hey, all you have to do is exchange money and now you have a successful business. Well, the first issue is you've got to pick up the phone and call these prospects. They're not picking up the phone and they're not calling you. That's a huge, huge myth. You're going to go invest in these leads. Now, let's keep it real. Let's be honest. These leads don't know you and you don't know them. They are an absolute stranger. So what do you have to do? You have to pick up the phone and, oh, that's right, cold call them. So all you've done, really, the reality of it is you're spending money to get strangers' numbers, and then you have to pick up the phone and cold call them because they're not calling you. So a lot of people, they misunderstand this. They say, okay, well, if I buy leads from Zillow, or I do a Google pay-per-click campaign, that somehow I can avoid making prospecting telephone calls. That's simply not the case. And if you've ever bought internet leads, you know this to be true. You know that this is fact. You buy the lead, these companies put them into your email inbox or to your CRM, and you got to pick up the phone and call them anyways. Number two, they take a long time to convert. You see, the other thing is when agents invest in internet leads, they think they're cutting down the curve of what I call pipeline maturity. They think it's the fastest and the path of least resistance to get paid. Well, if you are either doing internet leads or you've done them in the past, you know that when you buy a lead from like a Google pay-per-click campaign or a Facebook lead or even a Zillow lead, the reality, if we're looking at averages, and there's all kinds of studies, don't take my word for it, there's all kinds of studies out there that tell you these take about 6 months to convert. That's right, 6 months. And the problem, as you and I know, is most realtors are looking for what? Instant gratification. They want to do this one thing. They want to get paid immediately for that one thing. Well, internet leads don't serve, they don't solve that issue for you like these internet lead providers are selling. They're screaming from the mountaintops yet again, hey, give us money and you're going to be successful overnight. Well, the reality is they take a long time to convert. They take massive amounts of follow-ups, 6, 8, 10, 20, 40 follow-ups in order to make one conversion. And if you're being honest with yourself, you know most real estate agents are just not good at follow-up. They have no systems, they have no processes, they have no lead follow-up organization. And so therefore those leads fall through the cracks and these agents are dropping their contracts with these companies left and right. And then the third thing, probably the most important thing, the investment. They are super, super expensive. And as things get more competitive, you're going to continue to see cost per lead go through the roof. You see, if you were to jump on the Zillow platform like 5-10 years ago, you were getting leads for like 10, 12 bucks a pop, and it made a lot of sense back then. Well, if you are buying these leads now, I mean, a Zillow lead could be $100, $200, $300 a lead. And so it requires massive amounts of upfront capital, which, let's keep it real, most agents don't have, take a long time to convert, takes massive amounts of follow-up, and you still have to pick up the phone and call strangers. This does not get you out of doing that activity. So, that's where I have a real tough time spending all this money on these leads, where you could do what I teach, which is direct prospecting. Calling prospects in your market right now that have their hand raised, that say they want to sell their house. Expired listings for rent by owners, absentee owners, probate, for sale by owners, divorce, all these different lead sources that are sitting there waving their hands in the sky saying, I'm selling my house. Well, you can prospect those leads for virtually free. If you can just learn a skill set that I teach, you can pick up the phone and you have an endless amount of opportunities, cost you nothing, and you can build an absolute consistent and predictable listing-based business following that method. So to me, that makes a lot more sense than spending all this money on these leads that promise us that we don't have to do the hard work. Well, that's not the case. And so if you want to learn my reverse selling system, you want to learn how to call a for sale by owner, set an appointment on the first call in less than 5 minutes on that call, and go and be the obvious choice so you win the listing, I'm going to put a link right beneath this video. We can jump on a call, we can talk through how my coaching program works, and then we both can decide if working together makes any sense or not. Either way, no big deal. But at least you're gonna have a strategy that puts you in control of your business, that doesn't require you to spend thousands and thousands of dollars buying leads forever. No, you can be in the driver's seat of your future, which is what I think most of us want. So I'll look forward to talking with you soon. Again, I've got a link right underneath this video. Feel free to schedule some time for us to talk, and I'll look forward to that conversation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.